Probably the easiest 5 or 10 minutes I'll ever spend with a dear friend of 31
years.
You were 17 years old.
Is it okay if I tell the audience you used to have a mustache?
I used to have a big, like a Fu Manchu mustache.
You look like Tom Selleck.
And dark hair, right?
That's right.
Dark hair. Thank you. I'll accept all those compliments. Alan, you know, we became friends a long time ago. His mom, his brothers, and so forth. And Alan came up to me 5 years ago. You lead that conversation, because what I saw was still that little boy who was hungry for information. I want to be fit, Doug. You had gained a lot of weight. Here's a picture of you, you know, back, this is only about 2 years ago.
Yeah,
or so.
I fell into the trap also of the standard American diet, and gained a lot of weight.
I can't believe
a lot of
that.
body fat, slowed down the metabolism, and then with that, you know, you get the metabolic syndrome, and the metabolism just breaks down, and it's almost like a cascade of negative events in terms of your health.
And you told me, Doug, I believe in this keto. And then you brought in these products and you sat them on the desk and we began to look at them, look at the labels. Okay, so they need some work. The true keto diet, ketogenic diet, they weren't. What he set out to develop, it took him 3 years and a lot of money, was something called KetoMed, the real deal.
The best way to explain real keto is that one of the best things that people can do, as you know, Doug, one of the best things you can do for health is to fast. That's why you keep hearing about intermittent fasting. And the problem with intermittent fasting, even though it provides a lot of benefits, you can't sustain that because it's basically starvation. So the ketogenic diet became popular because it's a healthy diet that mimics starvation. But unfortunately, in the world of marketing, it's gotten lost in translation. Yeah. And now you have different versions of keto.
Right.
You have dirty keto, you have clean keto.
You showed me before I get to that, I want to talk about dirty and clean. You showed me a website the other day of someone who has keto supplements, keto MCT fats, keto enzymes, and one of the people call in and say, wow, that's $150. But they're going to spend $250, $350 on this and not even get what's in that keto. Right,
because it's become a huge marketing buzzword. It's keto everything. They're putting the four-letter keto word on everything, even though it might not have anything to do with keto.
Yep.
And so you have these high-fat diets, but just because it's a high-fat diet and it technically falls under the parameters of keto, doesn't mean that it's healthy keto. It might be dirty keto, meaning dirty keto is going through a fast food restaurant, ordering the breakfast sandwich just without the bun. You get the cheese, you get the eggs, you get the bacon. You don't get the bread. Right. Or you go to a convenience store and you get one of those frozen drinks that's sugar-free. And when you do dirty keto like that, or just constant lard and bacon and pork rinds, yes, it's high in fat. Yes, it's low in carb. Yes, it technically is keto, but not clean keto. How many times have you heard experts talk about, don't go on a keto diet, you can't even eat vegetables on a keto diet? Right. Not true, not true at all. On a clean keto diet, you could have any leafy green vegetable, broccoli, kale, green beans, you name it. If it's green, avocados, that's a healthy fat. Olive oils, coconut oils, fresh creams, grass-fed meats, that's clean keto. Dirty keto is just a bunch of high-fat, low-carb junk. It's almost like the definition of I ate something that was made in nature and plant-based. Potato chips are plant-based. Yep. Doesn't mean that it's healthy. So there's different definitions, and so when you embark on keto, the definition of the true sense of the word is clean keto. Focus on clean keto, and that's what KetoMed is based on.
Just before we go to this break, and I'll keep Alan around another 5 minutes because there's so many questions to answer. The MCT oil, there's even different kinds. So if it says MCT oil, if it says all natural, if it says keto, be careful. MCT oils are different.
This is where, again, all products are not the same. You have to look at the labels, read labels, understand the labels. And you're right, Doug, not just like all protein, all vitamins, there's natural vitamins, there's synthetic vitamins. Yeah. Not all MCTs are the same. There's 4 different kinds. You hear them with the word acid, creproic, capric, lauric, and caprylic. Caprylic being the most important one.
Yep. And we're going to expound on that when we get back from this short break. C8. What is C8? Is it in KetoMed? Is it in other products? We'll be right back with Alan Moore. This is a story about a little engine that could. 4 or 5 years ago, Alan sat down with me and said, "Hey, Doug, I would love to follow a keto diet. I read all about the big hospital 90 years ago that were feeding kids butter and whipped cream and fats, and they were recovering from their epilepsy. I would love to do it, but look," and he lays these products on my desk. Well, we looked at them with a microscope or with a magnifying glass, and we said, "Wow, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
Peanut oil and other, is that really keto?" So when we left the last segment, we were talking about the quality of your product. Let me just show you another question you shot to us. With the global popularity of the ketogenic diet and dozens of keto products on the market, what makes KetoMed different from all the other ketogenic products? And I think that's a good jump off on just the MCT oils.
It's the formulation. It's the one thing is ingredients matter, labels matter, potency matters, and the things that should not be in a ketogenic product matter. Remember, ketogenic is a precise definition, but it's gotten lost in translation. When I look at the products out there, and keto's a big buzzword, and there's so many different products. You need to buy separate keto MCT oil. You need to buy separate so-called keto protein, separate so-called keto vitamins and enzymes and separate amino acids.
Or not.
And separate exogenous ketones, or how about getting all of it in one?
I can't believe when I go on websites, you got to buy this, and it's only $39.95. But you got to add this, then you got to add this, and you add it up, you're at $300, $340. And one website says, look, if you go on vacation for 7 days, you just don't eat well, swallow these keto makers. What?
If you look at the top keto brands out there, and you buy all of the products that you supposedly need, you would be spending in excess of $500 a month. And there's no need. This is the first complete, real, ketogenic nutraceutical drink that's ketogenic, that's antifungal, that's formulated properly. When you're dealing with a keto formula, there really is no room for mistakes. There are certain ingredients that disqualify it from being truly scientifically ketogenic. For example, when this was first made, not just because it's high fat, that doesn't mean that all fats will do. Right. Why do people go on a keto diet? They do it to feel better, to help their metabolism. So why would you take oils that promote inflammation, like canola oil, corn oil, soybean oil? Those are the wrong types of fats.
But yet many of these keto products have those in it.
Many of those keto products are not only have those types of oils in them, they're not ratioed properly. In other words, this is something that a lot of the formulators are not getting, is that if the diet is not high enough in the right kind of fat, and it's too high in the wrong kind of protein, that protein will actually react like a carbohydrate. If you ingest too much protein, it will literally react like a carbohydrate, knock you out of ketosis, negate the whole ketone benefit. So it has to be formulated correctly. This has everything you need in it: the right fats, all MCTs, the right grass-fed clean protein, no hormones, no steroids, no Ralgro, no Zeranol, clean, no artificial colors, sweeteners.
Do you worry? Okay, so let me touch on this for 10 seconds. Someone wrote to you and said, yeah, it has milk in it. I'm not going to do that. Milk isn't on the Kaufman diet. But explain the whey isolates instead of the milk.
Yes, whey. When you look at something like whey protein isolate, that literally makes up 0.6% of milk. It's been extracted, enzymatically separated from milk. You definitely want to avoid milk, and you definitely want to avoid conventional milk for optimal health. But when those whey protein isolates are extracted, there's no longer lactose, there's no longer the milk fats, there's no longer the milk sugar, which is lactose.
Yep.
Okay,
right.
so and then if it's done properly, it's grass-fed, it's clean, it's isolated, then it should not have antibiotics or Ralgro or hormones
and
or
you
steroids.
did that. I went through every step of this.
That's
with you.
all
Just
taken
quickly,
care of.
I found other keto products in health food stores that are less expensive, and I'm always tempted to try them. I remember when this came in on your voicemail.
Right.
Why is KetoMed so expensive? I think we just talked about that.
The potency and the purity. It's got 20 grams of MCTs, and it's got the right kind of MCTs, the caprylic acid.
Yeah, Alan North, thank you so much. I remember the days from its inception, from Alan sitting down with me and complaining, this is all that's out there. and a lot of it wasn't good. What did he do? He took 36 months and a lot of money and developed his own product that is keto friendly. Whether you're using a scoop instead of lunch or using it a couple times a day, work with a doctor and try this product. Great, great product. Thank you.